The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Browns and the Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Stiff-armed him. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led by the second-year man from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
And what a tall order for a quarterback like him. And what I mean by that is, it's one thing to come into the playoffs with 16 starts under your belt and you've played every game and had a rhythm. It's quite another when you've played as few as he has so far this season. So he's got to come in here thinking, I'm here to win this game, and transmit that message to his teammates so they have confidence as well. If he exudes the air that, hey, I'm just here trying not to lose it, this team's going to be in trouble.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. to throw, Huntley. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 53 yards. And the Browns will strike first here, this wild card matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Don't stop that motor.
Here's Huntley. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they run with Edwards off the option. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Edwards. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. First carry now for Justice Hill. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Let's go! I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. There he goes inside the 30. Fighting through at the 25. And finally marked down at the 23. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Huntley to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Now he'll try to run with this.
Finding room to the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
He's going to keep this again.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Huntley. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nick Ball from 10 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out
just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Muscles him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Shoves him aside, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 22 on a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
They'll give it to Chubb. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They'll go, it's no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. These two teams all tied after 1. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. And Parkey's kick is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Back to throw. Huntley. They set up the screen to Hill. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Mayfield looks to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Mayfield now. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Chubb will get the call running left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Mayfield to throw it. He completes it to Beckham. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, normally the first thing most fans think of with Odell Beckham are the one-handed catches, right? But he's also pretty darn good, Charles, with the ball already in his hands.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Huntley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Tyus Bowser drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. And shutting him off, now open field. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Off the option, here's Edwards.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huntley setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 11, but still a little short of the 4th down.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Justin Tucker in for the field goal of 45-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Walker.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw on second down. Huntley, it's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Tried to get it that time to James Prochet.
And that'll bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Going long here for Wallace. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Tylan Wallace, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up third down.
Back to throw again. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And look at this. It's a fake. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down.
Come on, baby.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. What a weekend it has been. This the last of our 6 games in this wildcard round as we wrap up a very exciting 2 days of NFL football. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And it was the New England Patriots who will be moving on as they knock off the Las Vegas Raiders. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And you'll see they've continued to run the ball well. It's been a staple of theirs all year as they look to move forward in these playoffs. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. Huntley. That's taken in by Duvernay. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
James Prochet to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they run the option on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Out of the pistol. Here's Hill. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go!
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, it's Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Hill again on second down. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on third down, Huntley steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here we go with Hill. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Off play action. Huntley. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace there to make the grab. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 128 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Second down, here's Chubb again. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Touchdown! Jarvis Landry, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Oh, the return is Duvernay. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They begin the drive with Hill. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw, Huntley. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Sam Cook now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Under pressure, they got him again. Tyus Bowser, his 2nd sack of the night.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he's able to get it out of there. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Huntley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again, and it's 3rd down. Huntley to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Huntley. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And it'll bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Huntley. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Mayfield now. Hard throw, incomplete. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Ravens will take over. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Huntley. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Huntley. A dump off now to Hill. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Operating from the gun. Huntley. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throw left side complete. That's Wallace. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Huntley. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Huntley. Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in.
So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A gain of 3, second down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Finds a seam inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 183 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 6 yards left on second down. They'll run again with Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.